Good Sunday evening, everyone. Jacob Melton live here with West Michigan Weather. As the National Weather Service in northern Indiana has issued a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for northern portions of Cass County. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 7:30 p.m. this evening, and this is for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and hail up to quarter size or 1 inch in diameter. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is just dropped for northern portions of Cass County until 7:30 this evening for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. We have been watching this storm over the past little bit that has flared up, and as you can see here with the issuance of the severe thunderstorm warning, it has gotten a little bit on the strong side. So first, we'll start with locations that are in the warning. The Wajiak area, you are in the warning, although I will say the storm is passing your area right now, however, still continue to be inside over the next little while due to residual cloud ground lightning hazards. The Glenwood area is on your doorstep right now, and so is the Nicholsville area. In fact, let me pull up the warning text here. So, list locations here impacted by this storm. Locations include Dowagiac, Magician Lake, Dewey Wake, Sandy Beach, and LaGrange. So if you are in any of the areas I just mentioned here, you are under this severe thunderstorm warning. And I need you to seek shelter now in a sturdy building, preferably in an interior room on the lowest floor and away from windows. So again, the severe thunderstorm warning this evening for northern portions of Cass County until 7:30 p.m. this evening. And we're going to go ahead and go over to, first we'll start with velocity. And I would best bet for damaging winds is going to be north of the Dowagiac area based on radar indications. You see where I'm highlighting this little bit of brighter red here. That is our best potential for strong to potentially damaging wind gusts. That matches up with reflectivity, where we are seeing some pixels up to 60 dBz, a little bit over. They're a little bit higher earlier on, but in the strongest part of this storm is now passing north of the Dowagiac area. It will be approaching the Glenwood community there over the next several minutes. We'll go ahead and take a look at another product. This is called the debris tracker, while the name of it is the debris tracker, the technical radar name is correlation coefficient. It can be used for debris, but it also can be used for hail detection. And you see where the colors are a little bit different right here, north of Dowagiac. I'm trying to highlight that with my mouse cursor here. That is where the radar is sensing a little bit stuff that's not uniform. Like all this dark red kind of color here, that's all uniform, in this case rainfall. Where the colors start to change up a little bit here, that's non-uniform objects, in this case would be hail. And we'll go back to reflectivity here while I actually switch over to hail tracker. Bear with me just a second here. And we are still indicating the potential for some, newest scan just came in. This is at 7:16. Unfortunately, on this software, the hail tracker scans are a little bit delayed. But according to the 7:16 scan, still some potential for large hail there north of the Dowagiac area. This will be approaching southern Van Buren County over the next several minutes as well, with this storm moving off to the northeast. So, heads up for those of you in southern Van Buren County now. There's no warnings in effect at this time or statements, but okay, let me get in. All right. Jonah, can you hear me? Okay, good.
I know you were just talking about correlation coefficient and hail tracker near Glenwood there, and the CC drop actually got a little bit uh, more intense as well on that last correlation coefficient scan.
Give me just a second here while I pop Jonah in here. There we go. Okay, so we have you now, so we'll go back to reflectivity now. Sorry, just doing some things on the fly here, so. Okay, let's go back to reflectivity on this now. And we'll go back to what Jonah was just saying. We'll go back to debris tracker. And yeah, I can see that now too. It's a little bit more a little bit more visible there than what I was just showing you a few minutes ago. So definitely some potential for quarter size hail, which is what this warning is for, along with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So again, if you're in the Dowagiac area, the storm is passing you now, but you're still in the warning, and with the storm still close by, I would just remain inside just for a little bit longer, just with the lightning hazard still in the area. That's not something you want to mess around with, so.
If you're in southern Van Buren County, you got a lot of lightning activity there as
Yep.
far as north as off the 94 corridor. And you've definitely got some heavy rain, if not some hail moving in, especially for Decatur and Lawton.
Yep, so if you're in the Decatur and Lawton areas, there's no severe thunderstorm warning or special weather statement in effect just yet. But with this storm motion, it'll be pushing in over the next few minutes. So just to be on the safe side, just kind of I would be inside, let the storm pass on by. The storm motion is 25 miles per hour off to the northeast. So, you have anything you want to add, Jonah?
Not at the moment. We'll just
Okay.
wait and see if Grand Rapids issues a warning of their own, which I would kind of anticipate at this point.
Nothing has came in yet. Actually, here's what I
Yeah.
can do real quick. Is this is a relatively new feature I'm adding. We had recently added to our radar software package. I am taking a slice of the storm, and you can see where the pinks go up a little bit, and reds up to around 20,000 feet or so. Pinks, we'll say 10 to 15,000 feet. That's hail being lofted up into the storm. Now, it's not quite as high as I was seeing earlier before the severe thunderstorm warning was issued, but it's still being lofted. So, of course, as that comes down, that the hail will come down. That also, as it comes down, that will also increase the damaging wind potential just a little bit as it kind of collapses, if you will. So that is why they're also indicating the potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. So, and otherwise, this is also a relatively tall storm, approaching somewhere in the ballpark of 40 to maybe 50,000 feet, 49 up there, based on this software, but at least
We'll say our
40,000 feet, if not higher. So,
we'll say our hail tracker product there did just kind of fall off.
yeah,
Looks a
go
lot
to hail
messy.
tracker.
Could be a little bit of a radar glitch, but it's from both radar sites, IWX and Grand Rapids. So
Let's say it's still there on the IWX. Let me go to Grand Rapids. Let me put the.
also might need to restart my software here. That could be it.
Um, could be, but
Let's see here.
I still have I could kind of see what you're talking about here, where it's still there. Looking at it from at least from the 720 scan on Grand Rapids. So
Yeah, I've got a 724 scan that is
yeah,
quite a bit weaker and
yeah.
correlation coefficient too.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately, the thing with the radar software is sometimes these scans, at least the hail tracker, it's just a little bit delayed. That's unfortunately a byproduct of the software we're using here. But, so okay, no warning yet for or statement for Van Buren yet. So
I'm kind of surprised there's not a statement at least. Reflectivity core is increasing a little bit.
oh yeah, definitely.
just to north of Glenwood there, you got almost 70 dBz now.
Yeah, at least on IWX there, for northern
Yep.
Indiana, that's 66. Grand Rapids, and yeah, about the same from Grand Rapids too. So
Yeah, getting up 65, 70-ish there.
yeah, so that what direction John Frederick and on Facebook is asking what direction it is moving. It is moving northeast. In fact, oh, I know the arrows on here can be for the storm track can be a little bit hard to see, so I'll quickly draw what direction this thing is moving. It's moving basically like this. So as it continues to move off to northeast, Decatur, Lawton, eventually Paw Paw potentially as well. And depending on how this thing holds up, we'll have to start talking about Kalamazoo County as well down the line if this thing continues with its current strength. So, again, especially southern Van Buren County right now, particularly in the southeastern Van Buren County, the storm is moving in with the potential for hail up to quarter. No warning on it yet, but just based on the warning for Cass County, hail up to quarter size and wind gusts potentially up to 60 miles per hour. So, again,
Right
no
on that
war.
county line there,
Yeah,
the reflectivity core is starting to get up towards over 30,000 feet at this point.
right. Yeah, yeah, right. Mhm. I don't have a header for it yet, but I'll explain it. But this is the Echo Tops product. That's showing up to 45,000 feet, at least from the northern Indiana radar there. So,
Yeah, I'm taking a vertical slice of the storm just to the
yep.
south of Decatur there is getting up towards 25, 30,000 feet there. So,
Interestingly, a little bit lower on the Grand Rapids radar, but we're still around 40,000 feet, give or take. So, okay, so that's your new scan coming in here. Yeah, it's still over 40,000 feet, so
yeah,
definitely a stronger storm there. And we're going to continue. We do continue with this severe thunderstorm warning for northern Cass County, and we are waiting to see what happens here with southern Van Buren County over the next few minutes. So, John Frederick and from Facebook chat is also stating we had that storm last night in Dorr, Michigan. That was crazy winds. We needed the rain. Well, I know. Last night kind of came as a surprise to us with those storms that moved through there, and yeah, we definitely do need the rain. So, but Northern Indiana, they may have just dropped that warning.
yeah, they dropped the warning and the statement off.
It might have just expired too. That could be. Yeah, it expired. So
Yep.
yeah, that was in effect till 7:30. It has expired, but we're stay on for just at least a few more minutes, just
There's
in
something
case.
coming down the pipeline from GR.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's an old message. Never mind.
I'm gonna say the last thing I got there was the forecast discussion at
Yep.
7:20. So
For some reason, I just got a notification for that. I don't know why.
well, yeah. Sometimes notifications could be delayed, but Jarrett from Facebook is asking when will this be in Lawton? Based on its current storm motion, unfortunately, I don't have exact timing capabilities, but I would give it personally based on we'll loop it here. I would say probably in the next 20 minutes to a half hour, I'd be kind of watching. I
No,
mean,
they're not moving super fast.
yeah, they're only moving like what 25 miles per hour, so
Yep, 25 miles an hour is what that warning said, and
yeah,
it is about 5 miles from Lawton right now as the crow flies. So,
yeah, we'll give it. In fact, we do have a measuring tool, so
yeah, leading edge of that rain shield is about 5 miles from Lawton right now.
yeah, 5-6 miles, give or take,
Yep.
depending on how you measure it. But yeah, so I would give it 10, 20 minutes, half hour at most. Then it'll be there, but we're already detecting lightning near the Lawton area as we speak, so might as well be inside anyway, because for the lightning as close as it is already. So let me go ahead and get rid of the measuring tool. There we go. Okay, so nothing yet regarding Van Buren County, so I'm surprised, but velocity. Not seeing anything particularly high from the high wind potential from velocity, but go back to Northern Indiana. If there's still gusty winds, it's going to be approaching the Decatur area over the next few minutes. Some radar indications. Not seeing anything extremely impressive, but it doesn't mean there's not gusty winds. So there we go. And
Maybe a little bit of a downburst outflow signature there near Marcellus with that other reflectivity core. But again, not anything that I'm overly concerned with at this point.
so all right. New scan starting to come in here. It looks like. There we go. So new scan comes in. If you're in Decatur right now, you're seeing the brunt of this storm. Currently not severe, not officially anyway, but still definitely wouldn't be ruling out some definitely some heavy rainfall right there in the
Yeah.
Decatur area right now. Frequent cloud ground lightning, probably some gusty winds and small hail at the very least as well. I have not seen any reports there from northern Cass County yet either, so with if anyone from northern Cass County or even in the southern Van Buren County right now, if you do have storm reports passed along to us like hail or gusty wind damage or anything like that, feel free to you can send those storm reports to us. And again, we're mainly looking for hail size, wind gusts, or any damage that may have resulted from those gusty winds and hail. And you can send those storm reports to us. You can put them in the chat on the platform you are watching us on, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, etc. We are watching chat here. We are also monitoring social media or our website at www.westmichiganweather.net/report, where you can fill the form out, and that feeds directly to us with your report information. Again, whether that be hail size or wind gusts or storm related damage. So again, the website to submit those storm reports is www.westmichiganweather.net/report, or you can also submit them to us on social media. Back to radar real quick. Take one more look at hail tracker, and again, this scan's a little bit delayed, but again, we're still seeing, at least from the 729 scan, this one is still some hail potential there around the Decatur area. Take a look from Grand Rapids.
So new scan for hail tracker from 735. That still has pretty good core going there.
Yeah. Still rather interested and still kind of interesting with the lack of a warning or statement there, but just in case there.
Yeah, if you're in Van Buren County too, as these storms start to move in the Decatur and Lawton area, if you start to get any hail, we'd obviously love to know that too. I know Jacob just gave you guys the link for that. You throw them in chat as well. Lots of lightning with this storm, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely quite the lightning storm at the very least with that one. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to drop the storm report link on our website in chat right now. So that is going to be www.westmichiganweather.net/report once again. And that is where you can submit those storm reports to us. Or if you also want to sent to us on social media, that's appreciated as well. So, but we'll take a radar tour real quick. We'll go to Grand Rapids. We were watching some earlier storms around the Lansing area. They weren't severe, but those seemingly have gone a little bit of a downward trend too. Nothing more than some rainmakers and some lightning with that activity. We are watching another cell. Yeah, not severe or anything, but we'll have to watch that potentially in northern Kalamazoo County down the line as well. Kind of near the Allegan County line there, around the Alamo area, south of Plainwell. We'll have to watch that as well. Nothing significant with that one yet, but just something to watch down the line. So, okay. All right, that's northern Indiana, so, okay. I don't know, Jonah. What are you thinking? Because
I can't believe they didn't at least throw a special weather statement on it. I will say the lightest hail track scan for vertically integrated liquid
yeah, I do see that. Did kind of.
did lessen a little bit,
Yeah.
but those the reflectivity, excuse me, is still up towards 60 dBz. Velocity is at about 30 miles an hour.
The velocity. Yeah, I agree with that. So, but again, as with the hail tracker decreasing a little bit, that's what I was just talking about. That could be the hail
Yep.
core collapsing.
Yeah,
As that
exactly.
happens, that could cause a little bit of gustier winds as well. So, and still watching that signature near Marcellus. I just downbursty type signature, but nothing really extremely concerning of that. But we'll still watch it. So,
Yeah. Taking a slice of the storm vertically, it looks like that core has come down to about 15,000 feet, maybe 20,000 feet. So it's down from that 30,000 feet it was getting up towards. So it may well be collapsing.
yeah. So, with at least at this point, it looks like this particular storm is going to be on a weakening trend, at least at this time. So it doesn't
Yeah.
mean it can't flare back up later, but other than that, I'm not really seeing too much else of note right now. So that's since I'm not seeing any indications of a statement or warning coming down the line from Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And with this storm
And
starting to show a weakening trend, I think. What do you think, Jonah? We're gonna scale back coverage here, at least for now.
I think that's appropriate. Yeah, they also dropped that special marine warning off for that storm that's about over Mid Lake now too. So, and again, the sun's starting to go down, so we're already starting to lose that what we call diurnal instability um, with the setting sun. So, I would think it's appropriate if we cut the live stream. We can always jump back on if we need to.
Yeah. Before we do go, though, I will say this new special weather statement. This is down in northern Indiana for St. Joseph and in northwestern Elkhart County. Again, this is St. Joseph County in Indiana, not St. Joseph County, Michigan. But I'm just going to point this out real quick because we have the storm motion on it. If the storm holds together, we might have to watch portions of southeastern Cass County and especially in the southern St. Joseph County down the line as well. This special
Yeah.
weather statement is for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and pea-size hail, so that is one step below a severe thunderstorm warning. And take a look at velocity. I can see where the gusty winds are near the Mishawaka area. Again, this is not in our coverage area right now, but something we will be watching over the coming hour or two as that continues to move north off to the northeast. So, but at this point, considering the cell down in southeastern Van Buren County is kind of been showing a little bit of a weakening trend, and we don't have any statements or warnings in effect at this time. we're going to go ahead and scale live coverage back for right now. However, we're not going anywhere this evening, and if another warning does happen to come in, we'll be right back with you live until the danger is over. So, Jonah, you have anything to add real quick before we get out of here?
No, I think that covers it pretty good. We'll be right here watching radar behind the scenes, keeping an eye out. So,
yep. All right. So, for Jonah Drake, this is Jacob Melton, live here of West Michigan Weather. We're going to get out of this live stream for right now, but we are watching behind the scenes, and we'll be back with you if conditions warrant. Thank you for tuning in with us here at West Michigan Weather. Stay with us. We'll keep you advised of the weather situation.